Good morning children. Today we are going to continue theory of equation exercise 3.5. So here we are going to discuss polynomial equation with no additional information. So first we are going to discuss about rational root theorem. Here first I will give the definition, and with example I am explaining this rational root theorem. Let a(n) x power n plus a(n minus 1) x power n minus 1 plus and so on a1 x plus a0 with a(n) not equal to 0 and a(n) not equal to 0. This means a(n) is nothing but the coefficient of higher degree, a0 is nothing but constant. So these both things will not be equal to 0. In between that we can have 0 coefficient. Okay, the coefficient of the highest degree will not be equal to 0 and the constant term will not be equal to 0. Be a polynomial with integer coefficient if p by q with pq is equal to 1. P by q means p by q is a rational number with p comma q is equal to 1 is a root of the polynomial. Then p is a factor of a0. P is a factor of a0 and q is a factor of an. That is, we can say that p is a factor of a0. a0 is nothing but constant number. So p is a factor of the constant number and q is a factor of the coefficient of the highest degree. Here the rational root theorem helps us only to guess a solution. It does not give a solution. It does not give an exact solution, but we can guess the solution using the rational root theorem. We can take this example. Find the roots of 2x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this is a cubic equation I am going to take. So this is in the form of a(n) x cube, a(n minus 1) x square, a(n minus 2x, a0. That is the I need only the constant term and the coefficient of the higher degree only I need. So with that only I am going to apply the rational root theorem. Here a(n) is nothing but the coefficient of the highest degree, that is 2. a0 is nothing but the constant number. a0 is nothing but the constant term. So if p by q is a 0 of the polynomial, p by q is a 0 of the polynomial, then p comma q is equal to 1. P by q is a rational number, is a 0 of the polynomial, then p comma q is equal to 1. So this condition it should satisfy. That is, p must divide 3. P must divide 3. That is, p must divide the constant term 3. P must divide the constant term 3. Q must divide 2. That is, q must divide the coefficient of the first term or the coefficient of the higher degree. So here in this question, p must divide 3 because 3 is a constant term. That is, if p wants to divide 3 means which numbers can be divided by 3 ma? 1, minus 1, 3, minus 3. So this 3 can be divided by 1, this 3 can be divided by minus 1, this 3 can be divided by 3, this 3 can be divided by minus 3. So other than this 4 number, we cannot divide 3. We cannot get the exact answer. So these are the possible values. Then the next thing, q must divide 2. That is, what is a possible value for q? So whichever all the numbers can be divided by 2. So 1 can divide 2, minus 1 can divide 2 and 2 can divide 2, minus 2 can divide 2. So these are the possible values for q. So using the values of p and q, we can write that here in the numerator I am writing all the possible values of p. Here in the denominator I am writing all the possible values of q. So these are the 8 possibilities of 0 of the polynomial. So just we can write the possibility, but we have to check one by one. So we want to we want to put x is equal to 1. We want to put x is equal to minus 1. We want to put x is equal to 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. So where you are getting the 0 of the polynomial, that is called 0. Okay, after verification, we can find minus 3 by 2 is a root or 0 of the polynomial. After verification, we can find 3 by 2 is a root of the polynomial. Root of the polynomial can be say in the other word as 0 of the polynomial. So we want to find out the other 2 roots. Since it is a third degree polynomial, so I want to find out the other 2 roots. So we must divide the polynomial by 2x plus 3. Why we are dividing by 2x plus 3? Why we are dividing 2x plus 3? So this 2 will be the coefficient of x and this minus 3 will become plus 3. So 2x plus 3, I want to divide by 2x plus 3. So here I am writing the polynomial and I am writing 2x plus 3 here. So what is the division rule? So first term you want to take and you want to divide by 2x. So if we divide this 2x cube by this 2x, 2 will be cancelled, x can be cancelled, here x square I will get. So x square x square. So I want to multiply this term by this term. So 2x cube, 3 into x square is 3x square. So I can change the sign and I can cancel. Here this term I can bring down. So 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3 means I want to divide the first term 2x by this 2x. So 2x can be cancelled. The answer is 1. Here I want to write 1. So I should multiply with this 1 here. So 2x plus 3 into 1 is 2x plus 3. So both the term can be cancelled. You will get 0. Then remainder is 0 and quotient is x square plus 1. By solving q is equal to x square plus 1, we can get the other 2 roots. So x square plus 1 is equal to 0 means x square is equal to this plus positive 1 I am going to take to that side, that will be negative 1. So x square is equal to minus 1 means x is equal to square root of minus 1. So square root of minus 1 is equal to I square. So plus or minus I. X is equal to plus or minus I. Therefore the 3 solutions are minus 3 by 2, I comma minus I. In this 3 root, I comma minus I is a complex root. It is not a rational root. So the only rational root for this polynomial is minus 3 by 2. So rational root theorem helps us to find the rational root of the polynomial, not complex root. Then we are going to discuss reciprocal equations. If alpha is one root and 1 by alpha is another root means the equation is said to be reciprocal equation. That is, one root will be the reciprocal of the another root. Here we have two types of reciprocal equation. If p of x is equal to x power n into p of 1 by x, then it is called type 1 reciprocal equation. If p of x is equal to x power n into p of 1 by x, then it is called type 1 reciprocal equation. Then type 2 reciprocal equation is nothing but if p of x is equal to minus x power n p of 1 by x means it is called type 2 reciprocal equation. It is called type 2 reciprocal equation. That is, reciprocal equation of type 1 corresponds to those in which the coefficient from the beginning are equal to the coefficient from the end. That is, the coefficient of the first term will be equal to the coefficient of the last term. The coefficient of the second term will be equal to the coefficient of the term before the last term. So here 6 is the coefficient of the first term, here plus 6 is the coefficient of the constant term. Here what is the coefficient of the next second term? 1. Here the coefficient of x term is 1. Here the coefficient of third term is minus 43. Here the coefficient of this third term from the back side is minus 43. So this type is called type 1. This is called type 1 reciprocal equation. So now type 2 reciprocal equation is nothing but the coefficient will be equal but it will be in the opposite sign. Say for example, the first coefficient of the first term is 6, the coefficient of the last term is minus 6. The coefficient of the second term is minus 41, the coefficient of the second term from the last is plus 41. The coefficient of the third term is plus 97, the coefficient of the third term from last is minus 97. So just opposite sign. So this is called type 2. Then we have some property of the reciprocal equation. For an odd degree reciprocal equation of type 1, x is equal to minus 1 must be a solution. This and all you should memorize. While doing problem we will use it. For an odd degree reciprocal equation of type 2, x is equal to 1 must be a solution. For an odd degree reciprocal equation of type 1, x is equal to minus 1 will be the solution. For an odd degree reciprocal equation of type 2, x is equal to plus 1 must be the solution. Then for an even degree reciprocal equation of type 2, the middle term must be 0. Again I am telling, the even degree reciprocal equation of type 2, the middle term must be 0 provided that x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 1 are the solutions of that equation.